Good evening, guys. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Monday the 28th of May 2018 and this is just my weekly review, I guess you'd call it, of the Forex charts on the daily time frames. Most of you guys know that I look at two methods: the high probability method, which is the chart you're looking at the moment, the dark background. That's from my Divergence book and also my high probability book, and also the Mod MACD method, which is the lighter background. I trade these on the daily charts at the moment. First up, we'll just have a quick look at the news. Today is Monday, as I said, 28th of May. It's a public holiday and it's in the UK or Great Britain. It's their spring bank holiday according to Google, and the US is Memorial Day, so the markets will be fairly quiet this morning, today, which is Monday. As you can see, I'm looking at the Forex factory side here. Bit of news this week, probably stuff out of New Zealand, obviously. Canadian interest rates on Wednesday, 9 PM for me, local, which I live in Da Nang in Asia, so same as Hanoi time. So that's Canadian interest rates, not expecting to change by looks. Then being the first Friday of the month, on the 1st of June, you've got non-farm payrolls, your employment figures out the US. So should start off pretty quiet, which it has today, and it'll pick up as it normally does during the week. So let's go to the charts. Now I've just changed my profiles a bit, so I'm just going to go between a couple of different platforms. This one I've got trades already open, and you've seen them last week, so we'll just run through those pairs. So I'll go through them pretty quickly. USD, Japanese yen, I'm going to sell here. The vertical line is the red for sell, and horizontal line is red for sell, and the dashed line or the dotted line is where my stop level is. So I've closed half, or I've closed some, and got a stop in place. So Japanese yen heading down, just getting stuck around these MAs, quiet day. There's good divergence there. So we're still in that trade there, sell. Aussie going sideways today. I'm going to buy from back here. I've closed half. This is a risk, a trade identified. I'm not actually in this one. Suggested close half, move my stop up to that level there. It's got a red dot in the MACD, so looking for it to roll over, get to the MAs and sort of roll back down, possibly. So just wait and see what happens. Euro pound, I'm in a bit of a three trades here: a sell, buy and a sell, and you can see the position sizes up there on my notes on the chart. No stoppers yet. The yellow dashed line is my overall break even, so if it gets down to there I can close all three trades here. MACD's gone below the zero level now, got a blue dot, so it doesn't have, if it drops down to this yellow line here, I'll probably close that trade out. I'm actually in a trade here, so I'll close all that out and just get break even or a little bit better, possibly. Canadian, Japanese yen. So identified a sell trade in this area here. This is one I called in the Facebook group. Nominated a stop on the 25th of May. I suggest we close half. The reason why, we've got the bullish JAGfx divergence, this blue line here, and the MACD had also gone through the zero level. So then I've put the stop at this level, 86,621, and that will, if that stock gets taken out, overall break even or slightly better. It can't sort of lose on that trade unless there's a huge move against me on a gap or something like that, but looking all right. Aussie, New Zealand, starting to come good. Got in a sell down here on this first vertical line, and I missed taking the hedge buy, and I took a second sell there for slightly bigger position size, as you can see on the right here. Look, I could have taken another sell trade up here, and it would have brought my overall break-even level up, but I'm just going to try and ride it down to that yellow line there. We're still way above the zero level in the MACD, so I'm pretty happy with this so far. But it's taken a while, and it's always going to roll over, just dragging the chain a bit. Euro Canadian is starting to look good today. In a buy, a sell, another buy. This grey line here, I was looking at possibly taking another buy if it broke the trend line. It's broken the trend line in here, and it could have been a viable trade to take another buy trade there, Again, it would have brought the overall break-even level down, and it probably would have, if I had taken a trade, say, yesterday, or not yesterday, on Friday, or possibly this morning, it may have got to a break-even level. I'm not sure without putting the figures into the spreadsheet, but that's it's going all right. Look, there's big divergence here. It's a quiet day today, so it's just meandering around a bit. We'll just stay in it, see how we go. I think the pound Canadian's the next one, same sort of deal. Broken this trend line. I could have looked at taking another trade. Again, it would have brought that overall break-even level down, because we've got a buy, sell, buy, and a buy here. So we're in a few trades. We've got divergence. Bit messy looking, the chart, but it's just the way I was trading recently. So looking to take it up to that yellow line now. New Zealand, Canada. Here's one that's actually worked. Woohoo! Buy, sell, buy. You can see the position sizes. The second buy is a bigger position size. The yellow line, overall break even, it's banged through that nicely. Now we've got the MACD through the zero level. Tomorrow I'll probably, and it's getting close, price is getting close to MAs. Tomorrow I'll look like closing some of these trades out, getting a stop in place, maybe below this low or something like that, but I'll let you know tomorrow on the Facebook group. Gold, another one's a bit messy. Buy, sell, buy. There's my overall break-even level up here. I don't think the markets will move much today. Still got divergence there. It's very similar to a lot of these other pairs. MACD's below the zero level. It'd be nice to push up there a bit further. Aussie, Swiss franc. It's a bit of a dog's breakfast, this one. The good thing about this trade, I'm in a sell, I'm in a buy. So they're both the same position size, so I'm fully hedged. The swap, which is the overnight interest rate, is not too bad on this, so I can, look, it's going sideways. I wasn't really happy taking either of these trades as it was. The sell was alright, but the buy, nah. But yeah, here I can just sit here and let this go wherever, the MACD move wherever, then I can decide which trade to take next. I could quite easily take a buy or a sell, depending how it presents on the MACD Platinum and what looks the better option. At the moment, normally I'll take a sell, buy, sell, but at the end of the day here I could take a sell, buy, and a bigger buy. The same outcome if it goes my favour. Don't worry about the pound. Alright, I'll just switch over to another profile. Now, this is just another platform. I've just set up a heap of new charts and just want to get a clean sort of platform without any actual trades on it or demo trades or anything like that. So this is a XM platform. It's an actual real account, small one. Now I've got the basic same pairs. There's a few different ones. Like here we've got the pound yen. What I do is I start drawing my lines in anticipation, so I can see that the price is lower than the MACD. So I start drawing my green trend lines, which represent bullish divergence. So I'm not caught having to think about it on the day. I just move it, and the market moves, I just get on here and move my lines a bit. So it's just a bit of preparation on your charts, that's all it is. So just New Zealand Swiss franc, so you've got a possible double bottom forming there, or some sort of a support level, and we've got divergence. So it's just a bit of preparation. That's US Canadian, Euro CAD, we've already looked at that. Aussie, and again I'll draw these grey lines in. I've got a red dot on my MACD Platinum, possible double top there, bearish divergence, red trend lines, so you can see it all. So it's just, I can quickly look at these charts and see, yep, there's something on, there's something not on. Again, green lines drawn, looking for possible bullish divergence, and they just get moved every day as there's movement, and they'll get cancelled. There's no need for them. That's the Euro Swissy. New Zealand, Japan. See, the lines are getting drawn. I've got trend lines on here. Just make this is the Swiss franc, USD Swiss franc. Got a nice double top up here. It's coming down. Look, that's been a big move up, especially that part there. And look, we've got the possible divergence forming. It's all a bit of preparation. That's the pound USD, Euro USD, it's dropping. USD Canadian. I've got two of them. It's silly having the same chart twice. Get rid of that one. All right, Euro Yen. Again, lines drawn in. So I've got plenty of pairs now. just all the majors and all the major crosses, second tier. There's a good setup there. I never took this trade, but I'll just make it a slightly bigger if you can have a look. Nice bearish divergence. There's your signal up here. Price has come up to 240 LMA. Divergence, and it's dropped away nicely there. You know, that's not a bad little trade there. 170 pips down. Aussie Canadian, Aussie Swiss franc, Aussie yen, same deal. Sell trading here. Could probably still jump in that one. It's pretty much the same as the Canadian Japanese yen. Again, another trade here. Good trade. Nice divergence. Come up to MAs, going back down again. Euro NZ would have been a nice setup. There would have been like divergence across there. Helps when I can draw a trend line. So, like, look at that divergence. There's your sell signal against the MAs. It would have been. I would have been struggling to take that one myself into the MAs like that. But you know, it's good divergence, good result. Another one up here. That would have been you can see the divergence mark there. Got in. It would have gone against you a bit. If you had your stop above the highs there, no problems at all. Ride it down into that area, into that 240 LMA and the MAs. Good little trade. New Zealand, there's possible buy in here, so you could have gotten about here and you would have been sweet still. Against the trend, you know, that this market's starting to turn down, but it's had a good move down, so it's due for a pullback, and you could look, say, first target would be in the MA sort of area. It's gone up through the MACD's gone up through the zero level now, so you'd have to be sort of just watching it a bit and keep it a little bit tighter. But that's good setup, good divergence there. Look how the MACD's going up, and price is going down. Very obvious, this divergence. Pound Aussie, not much happening there. USD Singapore dollar. It's a pretty ugly sort of chart, but it's pound Canadian. Again, it's breached through the. See, the buy signal was back here, and that would have been a pretty good signal. But if you had a stop in place, it would have been, say, below this 240 LMA, you would have been stopped out. Or you could have stayed in if you want to hedge or trade that way. And with this breach of this trend line here, you could have taken another buy trade, maybe a larger position size. And even down here, you got another blue dot on the MACD platinum below the zero level. So you get in there, hand in hand with that one, or a second buy trade. So it's not a bad setup. All right, got a couple more. Pound New Zealand, sort of just meandering there. Look at the MACD's just up and down, up and down. Pretty boring at the moment. New Zealand, Canada, we've looked at that already. I'm in trades with that one. And Aussie, New Zealand, we've looked at that already. There's that second sort of sell trade up here. All right, now, so I've got all my charts set up like this in a profile, so it just makes it easier. Like, I just I don't change the time frames here, and then that's that profile. So if I go to my file, you'll see profiles. That's just high probability daily. Now I can go down to my mod MACD daily, which is just another profile. So it's basically the same charts on the same platform, just a different profile. So it just keeps my charts nice and clean. And as usual, when you're doing a video, the platform goes in and not responding. So sorry about that. I don't know how to put. Here we go. All right, so this is the mod MACD method. It's just a different background to make it a little bit easier to tell the difference. I think I'm actually in a few trades in these. I haven't called them in the Facebook group. There might be some on the other profile, but I'll just quickly scoot over here. Another profile. Because there are trades I've already called. I'll come back to them. So I'll go back to the XM. So here's a sell trade here. It's only this morning. The through the zero level in the fast MACD, and even though the MAs are both pretty tight, I've got a red QMPs below the close below the 25 SMA, and the MACD, the standard MACD is sort of in a sell, showing a sell. So we'll just go through these quickly. And all I'm looking for here is a quick look at the middle MACD here, the fast MACD. I just want to see if that's close to the zero level or breaking through the zero level for a new trade, if I'm looking for a new trade or managing trades. So you can see, you can read what pair they are at the top there, and you can see what's happening. Nothing's happening. So there we go. Today took a buy in the USD Canadian. Sit this high here, which is a bit, I'm not real happy with that, but it's a good signal. We've had a cluster of moves through the zero level here, so normally when you get a cluster like that, there tends to be a breakout one way or the other. So that's sort of I'm banking on. Hopefully it'll go up. Euro Canadian dollar, nothing there. Aussie took a buy here a few days back in this area here, obviously. Again, blue line that in that area is where I took the trade. So everything still says buy. I haven't got a stop in place yet. Possibly tomorrow I might look at putting a stop below these lows here, just below the 25 simple moving average in that area there. But at the moment, nothing. Euro Swiss franc heading down. New Zealand Japanese yen in a sell here from Friday by looks. Not going that flash, going up, but it's a quiet day today, so we'll just wait and see. USD Swiss franc. I was in a sell here. That was going alright for a little while, but now it's stalled, so just wait and see. Again, you can see that through the zero level, and the MACD still rolling over nicely. Pound, nothing happened there. Euro, nothing happened, still a long way below the zero level. Euro Aussie, it's got in up here somewhere, it's still going down. Euro yen, had a bit of a pullback, but nothing yet to get excited about. Great British Pound, Swiss franc, got in up here somewhere, and it's now at the 240 LMA, and just look at stalling a bit. Canadian Japanese yen in a sell here from today, well looks, yeah, there's a dot there, so it's definitely through. Everything else is fine, just got to wait and see. No stoppers yet, and we'll just wait and just have a bit of patience, see how it goes. Buy here in Aussie Canada from last week in at this level here. It's gone up nicely, everything's heading up. We're getting at the 240 LMA. Tomorrow, if it's not breaking through there, I might close half, get a stop up to this near this 25 SMA. Aussie Swiss, nothing happening yet, very close to a new signal. We've got a red dot here, and if that holds and price just rolls over a little bit, because look at the MAs, it's just about sitting on top of each other. It's just, this thing's been going sideways, but I'd be tempted to take a sell here if it presents tomorrow morning. Aussie yen, again getting close to that zero level. Not quite as yet, but it looks like it's rolling over down that way, and the MACD is starting to roll over, so it's starting to look close. And possibly the same with the Swiss franc, Japanese yen, rolling over. I know it's a bit, I just like seeing the Euro New Zealand took a sell up here. Here's the sell signal there. Everything's heading down nicely. Broke cleanly through that 240 LMA. So tomorrow I might start looking at some trade management here, closing out half and just put the stop in somewhere tight. Again, Canadian Swiss franc took a sell over up in here. And again, we're at this 240 LMA. I'll have a look tomorrow. Trade management coming up, I'd say. But it's a good result so far. New Zealand starting to head back up towards a possible buy signal. Just keep an eye on that. Pound Aussie. USD Singapore dollar. Looks like it's trying to roll over, but nothing happening here. Pound Canadian dollar. MAs are getting tight and it's starting to head up again. So we're just watching that for now. What else we got here? Pound New Zealand in a sell in this area here, close to that 240 LMA again. Might be some trade management coming up. New Zealand Canadian, looks like there's going to be a buy signal on this tomorrow. I'll take that. My only concern is I'm very close to 240 LMA. So we'll just see how it pans out the next sort of 12 hours or so. But that's definitely getting close to a buy, getting close to a buy signal. So, and we've got the Aussie New Zealand Nothing happening here. All right, just flick over to that other platform, and this is the old trades from last week I showed you. I think I've got a couple here. That's a pound, Japanese yen, nothing happening there. We've been through that. Aussie, I'm in that buy. Euro pound, it's sell in here, and look, it went against me a fair way up towards a 240 LMA. I just wanted to stay in this one because it stayed below the zero level here, the fast MACD. So, and now I'm just about at my break even level. Hopefully, I'll just keep on rolling over. That'll be great. Also got identified a sell trade. I went through that in the other profile. This is one I called in the Facebook group. Aussie, New Zealand, not same again. Euro CAD. No. That's the New Zealand CAD again. Here we go. Buy signal identified on the Aussie Singapore dollar. Went up, and I've this is in the Facebook group, and I called it as a 28th, which is today a closed half. Just looks like it's losing strength, rolling over. You got that sort of flag pattern. So close half, move your stop up just below the point of entry or the 25 SMA. If it rolls over and goes through the stop, nothing lost, maybe a little bit of profit. If it decides to keep on heading up, then we're still part of the trades in the game still, so that's pretty good. Gold, nothing doing. Aussie Swiss, nothing there. Here's a USD Swiss I'd already spoke about in the other profile. It's in the trade that's going slightly against me at the moment. And New Zealand yen, nothing there. So that's about it, guys. Just race through the charts pretty quick. I'll tidy up these charts a bit for next week and get them all on the same platform, so I'm not bouncing between them. But you know, you get your profiles up, you know, and it just makes life a lot easier for you. It's simple to do. If you don't know how to do it, just drop me an email at admin@jagfx.com, or just get on YouTube and do a search on MT4 how to set up profiles. Makes life a lot easier. You can even get tricky and set them up where you can like minimize the charts and have them all in columns and just sort of extend the size just to show open trades and stuff like that. So plenty of things to do. So I'm not expecting too much tonight on the markets with the Memorial Day in the US and the UK all having a public holiday. So until next week, I'll chat later. And if you haven't already done so, feel free to join the JAGfx private Facebook group. Look forward to seeing you all there. All right, cheers.